I've got a funny story to tell you. This pair of leggings has been kicking around my house for an entire year. These little stretchy leggings I ordered on Amazon. I ordered a small, they sent a large. Rather than waste the time, send them back, maybe not have them for Christmas because that's what their Christmas pattern. I'm just going to alter the waist and they'll be perfect. If you're an odd size like I am, you run into things like this. Not the wrong size necessarily, but things that you like that just don't fit you the way you would like them to. So this is a good skill to have in your toolbox for many different things. Leggings, of course, but pajama bottoms, any kind of like cozy, comfy leisure things. If you don't like the fit, they're too big, it's an easy fix. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you. And it's a quick fix too. So I'll turn the camera around and show you how we're going to do this. And so then if you run into it, you won't be afraid to try it yourself. All right, hang on. Okay, so this particular pair of leggings, whoops, with a little Santa Claus on one leg and then just a stripe on the other. They're kind of cute. And on this pair of leggings, I need to reduce this waistband by 3 inches, at least 3 inches. It's so stretchy. You know, you could actually get away with a little more if you wanted to. It wouldn't hurt anything. So what we're going to do is open this seam up. It's a center back seam. We're going to open this up right in through here. We're going to alter the rise and alter this waistband. So honestly, this is really kind of cheapy fabric, I will tell you. It's not yarn dyed, but to knock around at Christmas time, they'll be just fine. So we just kind of want to take our time opening this up right here, because the fabric is not going to be super forgiving, I don't think. It's kind of a good pair to learn on because the makeup of the fabric is going to force you to kind of go slow. But they are super soft. So let's see, let's just get this opened up. You want to be about, like I said, you want to be at least an inch, probably go 2 inches on each side of this center back, to clean these messy stitches up, because I do hate those. And these snips, I do love. Love, 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 love these snips. So I can link to those for you. They're worth buying. They make life. So when we go to put these back together, you have a couple of options. You could, if you have a serger, use it. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and use that. If you don't, you can put them back together with the stretch stitch on your machine, if your machine has a stretch stitch. If not, you're going to use a zigzag. This is an area that's going to get a lot of action, and so a straight stitch will not work for you, so don't even try that. You're going to want a stretch, something that can handle. All right, this is good enough, I think. Don't be afraid to take out more of a seam than you think that you need, because you don't want to struggle. We talk about that. Struggling is the enemy of sewing. And so we want to minimize the struggle as much as we possibly can. And one of the ways we can do that is by giving ourselves plenty of room. So, yeah, it might take you an extra second in repairing, putting the seam back in, but big deal. Okay, so you can see we've got about 2 inches on either side of this back seam. Now, regarding the back seam, what we are going to do is we're just going to cut this open. So just snip that right open. There we go. And you might as well, okay, get that snipped right open. So the first thing we're going to do is get this right. Okay, so what we want to do, I'm just going to throw a couple of wonder clips in here to hold it while I'm working on it. Measure over 1.5 inches from the existing back seam. 1.5 inches both sides, so that's going to give us 3 inches. And mark it. Now you can turn your seam gauge or whatever you're using to mark, making sure that you're nice and straight, and drop your line right down. Slippery fabric, so that's good there. Now I'm going to throw a pin also in here because it is slippery fabric. Now what we want to do is ease this back seam in. So make sure you can see this, but so using our curve, try to get this flat, guys. Using our curve, we are going to just mark up the back until we hit our center back. And then these will all go together. Just like that. That'll give us a little shape back there. It was pretty straight. Okay. Get rid of all your little threads. Don't leave them around. They make a mess. They make Okay, so now let us throw a couple of pins in and we'll cut this. And seriously, we're all ready to go to the machine. We are going to be going to the serger though, so make sure your pins aren't, you don't want to run over pins with your sergers, so we're going to be taking them out. But we just don't want the slippery fabric pulling any tricks on us while we're trying to get our cutting out of the way. One more. We'll do it right here. Okay. Now let's just zip this down. So this is our stitching line. So we want to leave whatever you're comfortable with. 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 5/8 of an inch, whatever it is that you're comfortable with, just as a seam allowance, leave that. I'm gonna go about 1/2 inch. And you can see we're just going to go, this is just going to be one continuous line, and we're going to ease right into this, which is already there. So, but before we do that, we do have to make sure that this waist is back in place. So let's clean it up so we can see really well. Okay. And we'll just come back through here and close these seams down. Okay, we're really ready to go over to the machine now. You can see that we have marked and trimmed away the excess fabric that we don't want there. And we're going to restitch where the waist meets the legs on both sides first, and then we're just going to come right around and close this up. That's that. Now let's clean up our serger, and then we'll move on. I use a very long needle like this, and I get it going under all these stitches. I like to go about 1 inch and just get it going through all these stitches, just like this, and then pull the needle down so just the eye is exposed. We don't need this much. Let's cut some of this off. And just thread that right in the eye. Just like that. And then pull it through. Like so. Then trim it off. So that's one. We've got quite a few of them. But it's the same exact procedure. Just work your needle down a little bit. Thread that eye and pull it through. Just like that. Okay. Now, our little pants have been altered and they're just perfect. There you go. No one would ever be the wiser. There we go. All done. Now, of course, because this is not yarn dyed fabric, you can see a couple of spots where the old needle marks were, but what we can do is go in there with a red Sharpie marker if you cared, and honestly I don't with this. I would never. I'll have a long top on with this, so I'm not going to worry about that at all, but if it bothers you, you certainly could. So now that you know how super easy it is to alter leggings, you won't be afraid to give it a try yourself. I mean, this technique will work on almost anything. So the waistband may be a little different, but the way that you ease the back into the seat and all that, really, all that strategy is really the same. Now that you know how to do it, you won't be afraid to give it a try. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you found value in it, if you are now inspired to alter some pants for yourself, some leggings, some pajama bottoms, anything like that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future episodes. Also, I'd love to hear in the comments if you give it a try, if you found it difficult, if you had great success with it, if you salvaged a pair of pants that were kicking around your house for a whole year that you thought had to be tossed out or you were going to get tempted to give them away. So please leave me lots of comments. All right, guys, bye for now.